Hi, this is a video that is going to help me remember one of these fairly complex and one-off operations that I'm doing to do something really obscure, but it might come in handy later. So what I'm trying to do is take an existing folder structure with files, copy that over, but get rid of all the files within it. And then I actually need to create a blank file in each one of these new folders so that I can have it populate another application, and then I want them all to be the same so that I can very quickly get rid of them all. Crazy. Okay, so there's three functions that I'm going to be using here. Robocopy, the dir, and write to text. It's actually an open command in VBA. So, come to this folder. I'm going to call this my rcopy testing. So within rcopy original I have images, and some of them are nested structures in here. So there's images going all throughout this thing. So what I want to do is go to my rcopy testing, and this is where I'm going to be creating my new folder. And if I hold shift on my keyboard, right click, I'm going to open a command window here. So that comes up as my command window, and I can type robocopy /?, and that gives me a bunch of help about this thing. So I've looked through here, and you guys can look up the help file on robocopy. It actually stands for robust copy, not robotic copy. So what I'm going to do, robocopy, I'm going to navigate to this directory, and that's going to be my rcopy orig. Go back to my command window, put a quote, right click paste, you can't do control V, make another one, right click paste, and this is going to be my rcopy new. And now I'm going to put /E to copy subdirectories, and I'm also going to put /no copy, because I don't actually want to copy the files over, I just want to copy, see this guy right here, copy no file info. And once I hit enter, that should be good. Coming back to RC copy testing, now I have something that looks very similar to that, but there are no image folders. There's no actual image documents. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is get a list of all of the folders in that directory, and that's what I'm using that dir command. So I want to drop that in that same rcopy testing location, and you can type dir /?, and that brings up a lot of different things here. And what I want to do is get this bare format, and I also want to do a /s to look for it's a recursive list that goes through everything within that within that folder. Okay, so dir, that's just going to look directly in the folder that we're in right now. So okay, if you don't do this next step, it's just going to give you a list of all the folders and files in the one that you're looking at, and I want to go for this rcopy new. Right click, paste. Oh, son of a bitch. We go new. Here, let's get the actual thing. Copy that. Come back here. Repaste it. And then we're going to do /s /b. I'm going to do a caret symbol and folder list .txt. Hit that. Looks like it didn't do anything, but we dropped a list of folders right there. So that rcopy new, it pops in. And now I'm just going to drop this into an Excel spreadsheet, which I already did this once to test it. But coming in here, we grab that list of folders, and this is very simple, just original and a .txttt.text. Why did I do that? Because no one has ever named a file that intentionally ever. So Alt F11 brings up my analyzer. I look at that, I just called it test. So what I'm saying is for each row in this table, in the file column, we're going to make a file path equal to row.value. Then for we're going to open file path for output is number 1, and since that doesn't exist right now, it's going to create that file path, and then we're going to close number 1, and we're going to loop through that for that entire row or that entire table. So just to see what that before looks like rcopy new, we got nothing. I'm going to run this macro, and all of a sudden we have a .txttt, .txttt, .txttt. And the final step of this well, there's actually a couple more steps, but this is actually to go into Veo, and I'm going to import a folder into my library right now. So what I'm going to do is take that rcopy new, and I'm going to drag it into the tree structure and do it at the bottom, and it's going to say, hey, do you want to get all this text? I'm going to say yes. The reason I'm doing this is because if we don't have files in that tree structure, we don't actually get files, we don't get the folders to stay in Veo. Okay, so within all these we have that. So I'm going to expand all, and I'm going to grab all my text files, and I'm actually going to assign them to just this blank, just this object, something for a dummy. I'm going to say assign. Okay, now I'm going to grab that selection, and since we don't have file folders here, I can just grab everything again. I can hit delete, and now I have a nice folder structure that copies whatever directory I had on a previous project in Veo. So it's a somewhat manual process. Gets pretty technical. There's lots of ways to mess it up, but I know it's a good reference for me to come back to this, and maybe someone else in the world will find it beneficial as well.